if I have to take your edtech business for next 30 days, now this is exactly what I will do to scale it up. So this video can literally change your edtech business if you are a edtech founder who want to scale your business and stuck somewhere for quite some time. Hi, my name is Sachin. I'm the founder of Scaled, and day in day out, we work with the edtech founders and help them scale. Now these founders are somebody who's just starting their business, somebody who's doing 10 lakh per month, 20 lakh per month, or somebody who's doing multiple crore per month as well, right? So whatever strategy that I'm going to share with you, all the principles, all the nuggets, and all the insights are coming from the personal experience of working with these brands in trenches and help them scale their business from literally scratch to multiple figures. So it is very important if you are an edtech founder to ensure that you listen to this very end. And in this video, I will be covering the first 30-day action plan. Although when we work with them, there's an entire 1 year, 6 month action plan that we share. And if you need any help, of course, you can click in the link in the description below, book a one-to-one call with our team, and they will guide you on how we can help you scale your business if you're a right fit, right? So in this video, I'll be covering the first 30 days, and this is exactly what I will do when I first interact with any tech founder. You basically map out their entire action plan in terms of where they are right now and where they want to go, and help them map out the strategies. With that being said, let's jump into the video. So here we are. Now, just to make things easy, I will take an example of an tech founder for the video sake who is doing somewhere around, let's say, 3 to 4 lakh a month. All right, because that's the majority of the tech founders that we work with. They are around 3 to 4 lakh, 5 lakh, in that range. And of course, there are founders who are doing 20 lakh, 30 lakh, or even multiple crores as well. And then I work with them personally on a one-to-one basis, right? So, but of course, strategy will be different, because if you're doing somebody who's doing 3 to 4 lakh, will be requiring different kind of strategy because they're facing different challenges. And companies who are doing multiple crores are facing some different challenges. All right, so strategy will vary. So just to take an example, make things easy for you, I will share with you an example of a tech founder who's doing around 3 to 4 lakh per month. All right, so without any further delay, let's jump in. Now I hope you can see a quadrant here, like x-axis, y-axis, right? So what exactly I will do is just give me the time. So here we're gonna map out where is the text. Here is the text. Okay, let me put it here. Okay, it's not visible. Let me just make it broader. All right. So our x-axis basically signifies the ease of implementation. Right? But here's the common thing: whether you're starting or you're doing multiple crore, the very first principle whenever you want to scale a business, or the principle that we follow, is look out what is the constraint. Okay, so this entire matrix that I'm going to share with you, please do share with your marketing sales team in case you have, or if you're solopreneur, this is exactly what you need in your business, right? And as I said, company pays us 7 figures for this. So this is what we call the constraint identification matrix, the EdTech constraint identification matrix, we can name it. All right, so this, let me put it at the top. I hope you can see my content as well. This is written at the top, right? Okay, yeah, this is the name. Now, as the name suggests, we're going to find out what are the constraints in the business. Because of that, the business is not moving. Now, whenever I first talk with the founders, okay, I look for three things. Three things basically I look for. First is the leaks in their business, or let me use this pen if I can. Let me try my handwriting. What are the leaks in their business? Okay, leaks. Or rather than putting it here, let me put it somewhere else. Okay, let me use it. Yeah. What are the leaks? When I say leaks, basically, what are the leaks that they are having because of which the business is not growing? It can be marketing, it can be positioning, it can be sales, it can be fulfillment, it can be delivery. So where are the leaks in the business? Okay, pardon my handwriting. Okay, better let me use the text itself. Yes. So first thing I check is their leaks. Let me remove this altogether. Yeah. All right. My bad. Okay. Leaks. What are the leaks in the business? I hope you understand where because of which the business is not growing. Okay. The second thing that we're gonna check is basically What are the revenue multipliers? Okay, what are the revenue multipliers? These two things are very, very critical to understand in any business. What are basically your revenue multipliers, and what is your where are your leaks? Okay, two things are very, very important. Cool. Once I did that, then we call it key levers. Basically, these are ideation, finding the constraint and where we put focus on. Leaks is basically help me to find out the constraint, and revenue multipliers are basically uh, on which points I should work, which gonna improve the revenue of my business or increase the revenue in my business. All right. So I will look for key levers. What are key levers? Nothing but which aspect of my business, is it sales, is it marketing, that I work on, because of which I can double it up. I'm giving you this because I work with a multi-crore company. I share the same strategy with them who are doing multiple crore, like onwards of 10 crores in a year. Annual revenue is more than 10 crores in edtech space. Cool. So if you are doing something less, in fact, in our business also, I followed this and scaled my businesses too. What are the key levers that you need to work on? All right. So this is where we need to focus on. I hope this give you the idea. Now, this is the context I'm setting why this metric's gonna work. Okay. Now, this is my entire principle philosophy in terms of what I'm looking for whenever I'm scaling a business, which I will give me the idea in first 30 days. Where should I focus on? Now, by the way, this is just the first 30 minutes, or in 1 hour, I'll be able to define the entire strategic plan. Next 15 days, we're gonna be going on execution. Then we're gonna review. After 15 days, again, we're going to get into the execution based on the feedback tweak. And then at the end of 30 days, we will meet again. That's what the strategy is all about. Okay. So you do not need to put lot of time on strategy. And people put 80% focus on strategy, 20% on action. It should be other way around. 20% on strategy, 80% on action initially. Okay. Initially, I'm talking about. Of course, once you are multiple crores and all, game changes there, right? So 80/20 Pareto principle, 20% strategy, 80% action. Because when you are starting or you are at 3 to 4 lakh, you have something that is working for you. You just need to find out how I can double it up simply. All right. So strategic changes are not too many, not too many. All right. Now, what are those key levers? As I mentioned to you, key levers can be uh, marketing. Okay. Let me write it down here somewhere. It can be, or key levers, let me write it down: positioning, marketing, sales, or hiring. When I say hiring, basically team I'm referring. Okay, hope this makes sense. I've put it here. Now let's go back to our metrics once again. There is x-axis, there is a y-axis. Okay, now here the x-axis basically denotes ease of implementation, easy to hard. Let me write it down here as well. I'm not using my handwriting because it's not so good when it comes to reading. So that's why, just to make things easy for you, I'm putting it here: easy, hard on implementation. It's ease of implementation. Let me write that down as well. X-axis is our ease of implementation. Cool. What is y-axis? Y-axis basically is impact on growth, low to high. What is y-axis? Impact on the growth. I hope this completely makes sense. In case you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to give you the answers as well. Impact on growth. Understood? Let me put it here. All right. This is our edtech identification constraint. Easy to hard, and then it is low to high. Let me put it here low, and this will go high here. Fantastic. All right. Now we will look into the ease of implementation and we will look into the easy to hard. Now there are usually, as I mentioned to you, there are 4 to 5 constraints for any business, whether they are doing multiple crore, whether they are at 3 to 4. Okay, there are 5 constraints. Understood? Now, what are those 5 constraints? And that's where theory of constraint, if you've heard that concept in business books or in videos, basically, what is a constraint that you should focus on that can help you scale your business? Rest is basically the noise for you. All right. So now let me share with you a 3 to 4 step process that will help you out on how to navigate through it. Okay. Now, let me put first, as I said, positioning. Okay. Now, where should positioning gonna come? Now, positioning is a very important aspect in any business. How you position yourself. Now, a lot of people, and especially the edtech founders or the business owners, they do not give a focus on that. They feel like I have a marketing challenge, quality of leads are not coming, my sales are not converting. They only see the output. Okay, they don't see the what is leading to that cause or what is the cause. They just see the end result. What is the cause of this? Okay, the cause is this. The positioning is the most important part in any business. Okay, so positioning is very, very critical. So you need to finally first identify where is your positioning, like are you able to position yourself properly or not, and that's where basically we help as well. Okay, now where are we going to put the positioning part? It's come under, it will be hard and high. Basically positioning will come here. Not sure why it is showing like this. Let me keep it, make it large. Okay, let's color it differently in a red color so that it's visible. Positioning will come here. Why? Because majority of the founders that I work with, they struggle with positioning. Okay, especially I'm talking about people who are doing around like less than 10 lakh per month, I'm talking. Okay, they struggle with positioning. But if positioning can done well, it can really help you out in terms of your getting the right set of people that you want. What is positioning basically? It's just 2 things. What outcome you are promising to your audience in how much time and for who? Target audience who, what, and timeline. Let me repeat. Who, target audience, what is the outcome, outcome focused approach, in how much time. 3 critical pillars that you need to focus on in the positioning part. I hope I don't have to mention it again. You have make a note of it. So that's positioning. So if you can do it correctly, the ease of implementation on the x-axis, it will come on. I will not say too much hard, but I will keep it somewhere around here on a scale of. Let's suppose this is 1 to 10. I will keep it around 6 to 7. It's not that much hard to implement, but the impact it's gonna have is will be very high in your business, somewhere around 7 to 8 on the y-axis. If I consider 0 and this is 10, 0 and this is 10 here. Okay, so positioning I will keep it here. Hope this totally makes sense to you. In case, so these 3 things you need to cover. If you are not having this right now, do it, redo it. This is the very first thing I do when I work with the founders. All right, as I said, I found out the leaks, so I understand what exactly they are doing, how they're positioning themselves. So 3 things that in the positioning I highlighted, the 3 things. Now let's come to the second part, which is marketing. Okay, now marketing, the impact of marketing on the business, very, very important. Okay, let me put marketing. This is one of the very, very important high on leverage, and I would consider this somewhere around here. Marketing is super easy to do nowadays. Reason being, just run the ads. Simple. Anybody can run ad in today's time. By the way, there's so much free material available, but people don't know the complexity of it. So the implementation scale, it will go very hard on hard side, but it will be highly rewarding if it can be done correctly. So it will be around 9 on 10 on x-axis, and uh, on y-axis also. It's a very high impact activity. The growth on impact will be very high. So I'll put marketing somewhere here. Let me highlight that into green. Now, oh, let me do yes. Now, marketing as well. Two things to keep in mind. There are different kind of funnels. Shall I? Majority of the edtech founders that I meet, they do have their marketing process in place. Okay, but quality lead are not coming. Why? Because positioning is not done correctly. Okay, or the funnels they are using, the ad script, the targeting, the creatives, the videos, the ad videos, there is a lot of like, because they are not the expert in that domain, they are the education expert or ed tech expert, the product they have built in, right, they are the expert of that, so they don't know how to do the marketing, performance marketing, whether it's Meta or whether it's Google, whether it's YouTube, right, or whether it's organic. They don't know the concept. So marketing, I would put not, I mean, I will put it here. According to me, it's around 8 to 10 on X scale, because to a certain level anybody can do the marketing by boosting the post or putting the organic content. But when I'm talking about doubling the sales for a person who's doing 3 to 4 lakh, I will first check their positioning, how they're doing it. I will understand their marketing challenges, where they are, putting their effort, like where they are getting their revenue right now. Is it organic dominance dominated? Is it paid ads dominated? Okay, and what exactly funnels they are using, what kind of funnels they are having, and then what is the process look like, and then of course I will get into the uh, funnels, whether they are getting people on the landing page, it's a DM, or it's a instant form, or it's a WhatsApp, because majority of the tech founders specifically who are doing very low revenue, they're in instant forms and WhatsApp, and it give you good volume of lead but very junk. Almost 80% is junk. Okay, so marketing, when I'm talking about marketing, I'm talking about the going to the minute details of it. All right, that's why marketing is on the this scale. All right, if you are not resonating, if you have any questions, ask me in the chat box, oh sorry, comment section. All right, now comes to the part of sales. Very very important, very important part is sales, right? Now sales is that element of any business which always I found they struggle with, the like majority of the edtech founders that I you know mm, meet, they struggle with sales. Either the automation process, SOPs are not there in the sales process and all. So again, sales I will put into the very complex thing, but I mean, it's not very hard to implement, but if you can do it perfectly, it can create a lot of impact on your business. Somewhere around here I'm gonna put it. Okay, anybody is do that, but it's very easy for anyone to sell. But I'm when I say anybody to sell, what I mean is, I mean, okay, let me pick up color first, and then let me talk. Not all. I just want to change this one. Yes, here comes the sales. Okay, now everybody is doing some kind of selling. They are doing 3 lakh. So there's some numbers are coming in, right? 3 lakh per month. But what other things to take care when it comes to sales, or what I will basically look for when I am asking them the for the sales part? I'll be looking for their, once the lead is in, what is their lead to closer ratio? What is their demo call to close ratio, or connectivity to call ratio? I will check their sales cycle. I will check their what do you call speed to dial. Very very important metric. Please write this down. Speed to dial metric is very very important in sales. How quickly you're interacting with your reaching out to your lead. Number one. Secondly, I will be checking your after speed to dial, your, as I mentioned, lead to close ratio, dials to close ratio, or demos to close ratio. Okay. And then I will check the sales cycle overall. What is the average sales cycle an individual is uh, going through? So this is all the data that I will look for. Now in marketing, what I will look for is what are the channels that are getting you the leads? What is the volume of lead? And what are the source or attribution source, we call it in marketing? Okay. What are those attribution source? And then I will look for what is basically the percentage of qualified leads. A lot of people don't know this. What do you mean by qualified leads? I'm getting 100, let's say 30 leads a day. Suppose I'm getting. How many of them are qualified? What I mean by qualified is MQL leads, marketing qualified leads. Marketing qualified leads basically means how many of them are the right individual that you're targeting. They do have the need, they do want to solve that problem that you're solving, and they are the decision maker. Okay, that's what we call marketing qualified lead. Let me write it down here somewhere. We follow a formula called band. You can call it band formula. Okay, what I mean by band basically means band is nothing but budget, authority, need, and time. And of course, ultimately, the ratio I will check for the marketing in the marketing part is their LTV to CAC ratio. All right. So this is defined whether your marketing is doing really good or not is called we call but defined by this metric, LTV to CAC ratio. We should be aware of it. LTV to CAC, lifetime value of a customer of average sales, and then CAC basically means your cost per acquisition or cost to acquire a customer. I will come to it some other day. I will talk about it in detail. Okay. This metric gonna define whether you're doing good or not. Now, what is the minimum benchmark? It should be three, at least 3:1. Minimum. Minimum 3:1. Or I would recommend it should be minimum 4:1. Right? For example, if you are doing 3 lakh per month, as I've taken this at Tech Founder, they are spending somewhere around, let's say, let me pull out my yeah, let's suppose their ad spend is around 1 lakh, or let's say yeah for ease of, yeah, 1 lakh for example, right? So they are using 1 lakh, they're spending 1 lakh for the marketing ad spend. Let me pull it out. Yeah, 1 lakh they are using. What is going on? Give me a second please. Yes, 1 lakh per month. Okay, they are spending, and they are generating a revenue of, let's suppose, 4 lakh, if not 3, 4 lakh per month. All their flow is coming through ad spend, paid ads. Now you tell me, what is an average ticket size of a customer is 50K, or in edtech the average ticket size, let me lower it because that will give you more idea how it works. Just give me a second. Just give me a second please. Let's suppose it's around 30K for example. Now you guys tell me, what should be the CAC? We are spending 1 lakh per month. Average ticket value is 30K. LTV is 30K. So I will put 30K at the top. My LTV is 30K. Then what I will do, I will divide this. What is CAC? Cost per acquiring a customer means what is my total spend, or what, yeah, total spend in marketing divided by number of sales. Total spend in marketing divided by number of sales. So I will divide, for example, when I'm, selling something at 4 lakh, or when I'm generating a revenue of 4 lakh, my average ticket size is 30,000. That means I'm doing approximately around 13 to 14 sales. You can calculate it. So 1 lakh divided by, let's say, 13 to 14. Let me put it 14 or 13, whatever number that you want to put in. That will be my CAC. Now calculate this number. Let me calculate this here for you guys and give it to you. 13. That is somewhere around 7700. 7700 is the CAC. Okay. 30K to 7.7K. Now you guys tell me what is the LTV to CAC ratio for this? 30 32 divided 30,000 divided by 7.7 is around approximately 4 is to 1 only. So this is a good number, not excellent number, but good number. If you are doing in your marketing, this 4 is to 1. Now, of course, in EdTech, there are companies who do less than this as well. Okay. But if you are doing around 3 is to 1 to 4 is to 1, you are doing good. But there are tech companies as well that we have seen who are doing around 6 is to 1, 8 is to 1. That is excellent. This is critical metric you need to check in your marketing if you're doing around 3 to 4 lakh. Or if you're doing multiple crores in your month, this is the important metric. Market LTV to CAC ratio. All right. So this is basically about your entire metric. So this is what actually I will check when I work with any edtech founder. I hope this has given you the clarity. Now moving on. Now sales, as I mentioned to you, what exactly I will check, I told you that as well. Now comes to the most important part. You have now, these will be the challenges for the companies who are doing around less than 10 lakh, or even less than 10 lakh per month. If you are doing, your challenge will be among either you are not positioning yourself well, it can be optimized, or your marketing can be improved, or you can sales can be improved. Okay, I will cover one more video, or in fact, you can go on our YouTube channel and you will find out more videos as well. Or maybe I will add that into the I button. For a company doing around 8 lakh per month, Bull Sprees I'm talking about, they were on Shark Tank 2 couple of years back. We just worked on their marketing. Just marketing. That's it. And they went from 8 lakh per month to 60 lakh per month within 5 months. Just marketing. Just marketing. Okay, just marketing. So what I mean by this is basically that you don't need to touch base on multiple levels. If you are doing less than 10 lakh per month, if you are doing less than 10 lakh per month, you don't have to touch base on multiple things. You just need to work on one aspect of your business. Now you need to find out that what is that one aspect. So if I'm coming with you for first in 30 minutes, what I will identify, what is your, where are the leaks right now, what is your revenue multiplier, or you can call it a key lever also. I will just check this. Leaks. Sorry, just give me a second. Yeah. I will check what is it, where are your leaks, what are your key levers that I can focus on. And if I, as I told you, if you are doing less than 10 lakh per month, majority of the time it will be either marketing or sales or positioning or combination of all three, or combination of any two. Okay, I will create a separate video on that, like case study wise, but you can go and check it out as well. What are the things that we really worked on with certain case studies? You guys can go and check it out in the edtech domain only. Now there's a company called Cloudshine Pro. When we worked with them, they were doing around 10 to 12 lakh per month, and they were struggling. They were struggling with profitability. Why? They were bleeding their money on marketing. So what we did? Positioning and marketing. Okay. What we did? Positioning and marketing. These two things we just worked on. with them. Of course, sales was a challenge too. But what was the key level that really, and believe me, within 2 to 3 months, within 3 months, they moved from 12 lakh per month to 20 lakh per month without increasing their ad spend. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, marketing and positioning. You guys can go and check them out as well. Cloudshrinepro.com. They provide Oracle training to working professionals and student, and help them to build a pay and high profile careers into that domain. So marketing and positioning. So now for a 3 lakh individual, there is a one case that we have. He's the founder of uh, Limitless Literature. He was doing, again, you can check his case study too. He is doing Nakul is the name of the person. What exactly he is doing is, he's doing around 3 to 4. He's the ideal customer, like ideal case study as a talking about this guy. He was doing good positioning wise, and he was generating majority of his revenue from organic content. He has around 70K followers on YouTube. His YouTube videos are generating great reels also. What we did, we just added one more layer with organic. We added paid ads. Now in his lower month, because he is providing uh, kind of a mentorship on UGC Net English exam. That's a seasonal that's a seasonal, because this exam that people need to clear. So sales go up during that time, and then after the exam is over, sales slightly go dip. We help him to create one more product of high ticket. He was selling somewhere around 8,000, 9,000. We help him to create something at least 15,000, and he made a great sales at least 2 lakh additional he made just through within the first month of launching. He had made additional 2 lakh through his high ticket program. That's how you just scale or double your business simply. Okay, and how we did it? Because he was having organic brand already, we just helped him to launch this new program simply. And for the existing program, we help him to market on ads. So people were checking his organic content as well, and he was coming in the feed as well. And his target audience is students who are preparing for the exam, and students are there on Instagram. That's how he was able to up his revenue above 5 lakh within quickest like 3 months, 4 months. That's it. Cool. So this is the power of focusing on what is the theory of what is the constraint in your business. Basically, the idea is theory of constraint. Find out that constraint. That now this discussion that I'm doing, this is just first 30 minutes. I'll be able to identify, or 40 minutes. I'll be able to identify where they are, what I need to work on, which lever I need to work on, and then I will just pick that lever, and we're gonna go on execution. In that 1 hour or 40 minutes, that's it. Discussion done. These are the next step. Let's work. If marketing is a challenge, what I will do is help him to optimize his positioning, and of course create the creative ads, help them to with the targeting and all those kind of aspect with our marketing expert. We'll sit with them in the calls and help them to execute. You will not doing by yourself. Our marketing expert will go in and help you to execute on that. So that's how basically you build the strategy, and then you get into the execution and you test, and then we meet again after 15 days after the execution. If sales is an issue, because positioning is nothing, it's just a few hour activity, well, a few minute activity basically. Outcome, targeting, who you're targeting, what is the outcome, and how much timeline. For example, I can always give this example of 1 to 10x. A multi-crore brand, right, who are doing multi-crore in revenue. What they do is they provide data analytics and generative AI. International brand. Go and check out their case study as well. I've already posted. They basically help working professionals to build a high paying career in data analytics. Build your high paying career in data analytics in just 6 months. Build a 10 to 15 LPA career, or 15 to 20 LPA career in data analytics in just 6 months. Okay. So that's how basically they focus on the outcome. Now, when you positioning basically just help your audience to relate with the message, and once they relate with the message, they will then gonna come into your funnels. A lot of people don't understand that. That's why messaging and positioning is important. How you position yourself in so much competition in today's time, very critical. All right. So once that is done, then you move to the marketing, and then you move to the sales part. Cool. Now in sales, as I mentioned to you, what will be the action steps in sales if sales is an issue? Or we will gonna listen to the call recording. Once I listen to the call recording, what are the loopholes? What are pre-sales processes that you guys are having? Once the lead is in, how quickly you are responding? Is there any automation out there? Yes, no. That's what we call pre-sales. Any nurturing material is given to them? Yes, no. All right. And whether we are addressing those objections before they come in the call or not. That's also another thing that we talk about. And then once during the call, what script your team is following, how you're doing the probing, how you're handling the objection, how you're doing the pitching, entire framework I will help you out to create, or my team will help you out to create and scale it. Okay. And then post sales call, that means follow up. Do you have a proper mechanism in while following up your leads or not? So this is exactly what basically we'll be doing when it comes to your finding out the loophole and the revenue multiplier. So for any, like, that's again vary from business to business, but for 3 to 4 lakh, if you, as I said, give you the example, either you will have a marketing constraint. Majority of the time it's marketing only. Okay, let me go back. It is the constraint is the marketing and positioning, combination of both. If a business is doing around 3 to 4 lakh, so these are the metrics I'll be working on. Now, one is the last part. I hope this is making sense to all of you. In case you have any questions, do ask me in the comment section. I'll be happy to, answer your question. And in case you need any help, you need this entire customized action plan, click on the link below to book a call with our team. They will connect with you. They will understand your business, find out what are the loopholes. And yeah, if you're ready to work with us, if you're a right fit, we will share that action plan. Come on board. We're going to help you execute things at a faster rate and strategize with you and scale your business. Again, a lot of case study out there. You can check it out on my on this YouTube channel. You will find out. Cool. Now, the most important part, which after a certain point people face. Now, this challenge usually comes companies doing more than, let's say, 15-20 lakh. For a 4 lakh, this might not be the challenge, but for company who are doing at least 15-20 lakh or more, or the bigger companies have this challenge, which is a challenge of what exactly? Talent acquisition and onboarding and retention, hiring. Now, where are you going to put that? For a 3 lakh business, for a 3 lakh business, this will come under, let me just copy paste the sales part. The impact might not be that strong for this kind of for this kind of founder who is doing 3 to 4 lakh, because that's the example I have taken, right? And that's why I am telling you, if, please listen to me carefully, if you are doing 3 to 4 lakh, which is the case study that we have taken in our case, for them, they need to focus on positioning, marketing, sales. These will be the challenges, and primarily the challenge will be either the positioning or marketing, a combination of both. Marketing will always be there for a business doing 3 to 4 lakh or 5 lakh, simply. And then of course sales will be also there. Okay. But if you're a business doing 15-20 lakh, of course it will be marketing or sale, or any one of them, either sales, either in marketing. Now, then you have one more challenge, which is basically building teams. Cool. Building teams. So we call it hiring, because sales is one department where there's a majority of the chunk goes into. Sales is one area where majority of the churn happen. So your hiring process need always be on the move. And it's okay. People think we are always hiring. Of course, you need to reflect back. Is the culture issue or what exactly? If culture is good, let people go. Completely fine. Again, I will talk about some other day on cultural part. Okay. But hiring is the most critical part in your business as you're gonna grow. So these challenges, marketing, sales, will be there slightly if you are doing around 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 lakh. But beyond that, Or one more layer of challenge will be hiring. That's what I told you. A company who is starting and doing around 3 4, or even absolute beginner, they will have a different kind of challenges. A company doing 50 lakh to multiple crore will have a different kind of challenge. So that's where, in the very first interaction that I'm having with the founder or the leadership team, within 40 minutes, I find identify my principle remain the same, my philosophy will remain the same, and that is, what are the leaks right now in the business? What are the revenue multipliers that can immediately help them to grow their business in 30, 60, 90 days? Usually, within 90 days, we see a growth in the business, but some businesses who execute at a faster rate, they see 60 days as well. Some even see in the uptick in 30 days itself. Average increase in the revenue within the first 30 days or 45 days is around 40 to 50%. And that's a good indication that, okay, whatever we are executing is increasing our revenue, right? And then what are the key levers? As I told you, these are the key levers that you need to focus on. And there is one more lever, which is called delivery or fulfillment in EdTech. All right. But we don't touch base on that unless and until the founder is, because we do believe if you are coming with us, you are master of your program or delivery or whatever you're offering on the product side. We don't touch your product. Of course, if you need any help, we're going to help you out. What are the best practices that are being followed in the edtech, because we do have the exposure and network with these so much edtech founders, not only in India but across the globe. India, Dubai, UAE, sorry, Dubai, Hong Kong, US, UK, sorry, Canada, like multiple countries, and we are working with those edtech founders, right? So I hope this video, this metrics has really helped you out today in terms of understanding what are the leaks that you can focus on. This is exactly the same process that I follow whenever I work with any tech founder, to understand where they are, where they want to go, and how they can scale their business. So these are primarily the four constraints in edtech business. If we are overall less than 1 crore per month, I'm repeating, if you are doing less than 1 crore, 2 crore per month, these, any of these four will be your constraint, whether it's positioning, whether it's marketing, whether it's sales, whether it's hiring. Now, again, I gave this example of a business who's doing 3 to 4 lakh. Understand my point? Okay. If you are doing around, let's say, 1 to 2 crore per month, and I do work with those founders too, personally involve myself into that, this will be the main challenge with you. This, and that's again coming from working with one of the brand doing 2 crore per month from South India. They are an international brand, but their dominance is within southern region of India. Now they want to expand. They want to scale their team. Hiring is one of the key critical part. All right. So I hope this gives you a lot of idea today. Now, what question you have in your mind, ask me in the comment section. What is the most important key lesson that you have learned from this entire video? Mention that in the comment section. And I hope you got the idea of overall how to find out the constraint in your business and where you need to focus on. Okay. I know some of you might be aware of it. Sachin, my constraint is marketing. I'm not generating leads. I'm already aware of it. But do you have a strategy to counter that? Do you know how to execute? That's exactly what we do. After your strategic part is done, as I said, 40 to 60 minutes, you get into the execution for next week. Just on that. That's how I will be able, if I take over your business, if I took over your business for 30 days, this is exactly what I will do. I will identify what are the constraints, where are the leaks, what are my revenue multipliers and key levers. I will focus on that for first 30 days and try to improve the business, right? So I hope you found this video useful. And as I said, company pays me 7 figures to help them out identify and execute and scale their business. So if you need any help, as I mentioned to you, the link is there in the description. You can book a one-to-one call with our team. All right. And I hope that will give you a lot of context what exactly we do, how we can help you with scaling your tech business in terms of scaling it with clarity, control, and speed. That's what, within 1 hour, 40 minutes, I will take out what are the constraints. Give the clarity to the founder and the leadership team. Then we go with the scaling with control in your marketing expense and all, and then with speed we get the results within first 90 days. All right, so that's it from this video. I hope you will find this video very very useful. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care, bye bye. And again, in case you have any questions, feel free to comment in the comment section.